Music Channel. We're here at Aristo Media in Nashville on Music Row with Kyle Daniel.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. We've been doing a lot of interviews with up-and-coming artists and working with Aristo for about 30 years on various things. We're glad to be here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and you've got an EP coming out. That's why you're doing the interviews, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I'm originally from Bowling Green, Kentucky. I've been playing music for about 17 years now, and was lucky enough to get some of my buddies that I've been fortunate enough to kind of run in the same circles with to get on this record with me, and we released it 5 weeks ago. It has kind of taken off out from under us, so we're really excited about it.
What's the title of it?
It is a self-titled EP, Kyle Daniel, and obviously working our way towards the full length at some point. But
you got 5 songs?
Yes, sir. 5 songs.
Tell me about the songs.
I've spent about the past year working with various songwriters, buddies of mine, once again, that I've kind of known throughout the years. Brought in and got lucky enough to get in a room with Brent Cobb, who's a co-writer on a song, and also doing a kind of a duet type of deal with me, featured on the record. Josh Mitchum from Jericho Woods. I don't know if you're familiar with them. Kentucky-based country rock band. Wrote the single with me, Hangover Town. And my buddy Seth Renfro, that is in the band, is a co-writer on pretty much everything else. So we're really excited about it. Oh, I forgot about my buddy Jason Gromlich, who plays with Brothers Osborne, is also playing on the record, co-writer on a song called Halfway to Your Heart. So,
and you've been a songwriter for a long time, I read.
Yeah, I started when I was in college. I had a band called The Last Straw that we kind of thought we were the Allman Brothers whiskey drunk stepchildren, I reckon. And that's where it really started for me. Because obviously at 17 years old, you don't have a whole lot to talk about as far as life experiences. So playing guitar and doing that came first, and then songwriting after that. So.
And on the other end of your career, you'll be writing a book about it.
Yeah, let's hope.
I've interviewed a couple of folks that are doing that. And that's interesting. They've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir.
You've been a songwriter for a long time, and you've been in Nashville a lot.
Yes, sir. I've been here for a decade. I moved here. One of my best friends and roommates from college, Anderson East, as you guys know him. He and I moved to East Nashville about 10 years ago, and really just tried to kind of set roots here. And East Nashville's been home ever since.
What made you decide it's time to do a recording and put it out there?
I was really fortunate. After college, I kind of let my college band do its thing, and we saw a minimal amount of success, and before we all hated each other, I decided, let's quit this,
That's the way bands go, isn't it?
And so I used my degree from MTSU Music Business. Went out and worked for Doc McGee for a little while and did tour management and merchandise management on some massive tours. Decided that wasn't my bag real quick, and then that week that I decided that, I got a call from Jimmy Hall from Wet Willie to go out and start playing side guy guitar with him, and we did that. Then kind of went to Casey James from American Idol, played guitar for him for about a year, and more recently Claire Dunn. Got to tour with Bob Seger, Miranda Lambert, Chris Young, Lee Brice, and do all the major music festivals and check off some bucket list venues. And it just didn't seem like it was fulfilling enough for me to just play guitar anymore. And when I came off the road, I really concentrated on my writing and trying to grow that aspect of my artistry, and wrote about 135 songs within the past year and a half, and really tried to make that my full-time job. And when I felt like I had the material that was good enough to go in the studio and pay the money, because it's not obviously cheap to go in the studio and pay your band and, do this and do that and, then press the record, get merchandise, it's a commitment. And so when I felt confident enough in these songs, I said, man, let's go in and let it rip. And did it in a full day. We cut 6 songs, and 5 of them made the EP. So
that's the way to do it. What's your favorite of those?
Man, the one that probably hits home the closest is the final song on the record that's called That Somebody Ain't Me. We did an acoustic version in the studio, and I had my friend Lacey Brown come sing on it, and
That sounds like a personal experience, though.
yeah, man, it's so easy to write the love song, and we kind of wanted to write the anti-love song that it's about, what does it feel like to walk away from somebody you really love, and go, somebody somewhere is gonna really be excited to be with you.
Some are written from the other side of the
Right.
equation, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So have you been touring in support of this yet? On your own?
Well,
Is-
we just started. Obviously, the record came out 5 weeks ago, so things are really fresh. And we've got some dates coming up. Next Tuesday, we'll be at the Basement here for an industry showcase
Right.
at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we've got some assorted dates, a couple festival things. I'm playing in my hometown, Bowling Green, next month. And yeah, we're really excited. There's some things that are kind of bubbling in that I'm not allowed to really talk about yet that we're super duper excited about and can't wait to put those out. So
Good, good. Are you promoting this by social media, radio, or both?
both. Did a couple radio interviews, and mostly social media has kind of been one of those things that it's just, like I said, it's taken out from under us. I didn't really expect this to even come out until like right about now. But when we heard that Rolling Stone was really hype about it, and wanted to feature me as one of the top 10 artists to watch out for, that kind of expedited the whole process.
Yeah. So do you call your music country or some variation of that?
Man, you can call it whatever you want. I think that it's just honest. It's a little country, it's a little southern rock, it's a little Americana. And however you want to label it is that's I'm good with whatever, just as long as you don't label it suck.
There's a quote from Huey Lewis that I used a lot when I was in Europe with CMT. Afraid people wouldn't like country music. He said there are only two kinds of music, good and bad.
Yeah, you're right. Amen.
That was cool. Yeah, that was my first introduction to the fact that what we had that we call country wasn't country to everybody. They said this is American music, which is why we have American Music Channel.
Yes, sir.
And we have a lot of overseas Facebook followers. Oh, a lot. So what's your next step here?
Like I said, we're super stoked about this opportunity to do the industry showcase. We're hopeful that we got a pretty big list of folks that are coming out to check it out. So we're hopeful that it's kind of a natural progression. As we grow, this whole thing kind of grows together. And I really want to get this out there and start touring. The guys, we've been working really hard, rehearsing, getting ready for all these shows, and it's time to get it out there and hit the road with it.
Are you doing the showcase to try to get a record deal, or just to get out there?
Not necessarily interested in a record deal. Obviously, that would be great. Every artist dreams to have Sony anywhere, Sony Nashville, Warner, anybody come to you and go, here's what we can offer you, and you're just like, oh man, a dream come true. But I'm really doing this for some help to kind of spread this tour wise. So booking agent, management, vital parts of the crew that need to kind of take it to the next level.
I think if you do enough of that, the record labels find you.
Absolutely.
I've been to see those folks
Yes,
for
sir.
artists before, and they said, "Where are you touring?" One guy said, "I don't even want a CD. I want to see you tour. I want to see you perform live. That's where you learn who you are and what kind of music fits your personality,
Right.
and how you appeal to a crowd, which is what it's all about." Well, good. What else you want to talk about?
Man, we're just like I said, social media stuff. If you guys want to find me on social media, it's KyleDanielMusic.com. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The new record is out on all digital media platforms. You can also see me as one of the Rolling Stone artists you need to know. So follow us, see what's going on. We got some new merchandise. We got tour dates that are being added. So a lot in the next little bit is going to kind of hit the airwaves. So we're super excited about what's going on.
And you have a website, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. KyleDanielMusic.com.
And that's where you would sell the T-shirts. And
Oh, yeah.
your music's on iTunes, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, okay.
Man,
Thanks. It's
thank
good
you
to
so
talk
much.
to you.